into the cars. They've put them here because they're concerned that it's going to get flooded and that their cars are going to get swept away. But it is creating a bit of a problem, sometimes some traffic, because they're double parking on the overpasses. We've just arrived at Dusit Zoo here in Bangkok, and we're here because of the floods. You're not seeing the floodwaters now, but they're really concerned because this area does flood, and so they're starting to take the animals out. What you're looking at right there are some deer, and we're being stopped because they're going to be lifting these deer out with a crane. They've gotten them in a box, but they had to sedate them first. Obviously, not only humans that are having to deal with these floods, but they're very concerned about the animals here too. So this is a big project. They're having to pull the animals out of the zoo.
On Monday, the United Nations will declare the world's population has reached 7 billion people. The UN also says it was planning well before the milestone to ensure that many people can thrive on our planet. The increase is stunning, even more so when you think that the population passed the 6 billion mark only 13 years ago. Almost all of the population growth is in the developing world. Countries in Africa, for example, have the highest birth rates. Industrialized countries have low birth rates, with Bosnia having the lowest, while Niger accounts for the highest birth rate. While higher birth rates in Africa will lead to as much as half of all the world's future population growth, according to the United Nations. CNN's Christian Purifoy visited one slum in Nigeria that is home to an estimated 100,000 people. He spoke to a local midwife about why people are striving to have so many children.
Kansu is a midwife in Nigeria's Makoko slum, a shanty town on the edge of Lagos, where Giselle is trying to help manage a population explosion. There are 14 children in that home, Giselle says, and 8 children in this home. I helped deliver 3 of them. Last night in her clinic, Giselle delivered another 3 babies. Nigeria's population of 150 million is expected to more than double in the next 40 years, according to a United Nations agency. The reason, says Giselle, is cultural pressure. In Nigerian society, a big family is seen as a sign of prosperity and success. If you give birth to 1 or 2 children, she says, people will laugh at you. It's not our culture. But sometimes a big family is more of a burden. Elizabeth Zanu gave birth last night to a boy. It's her 5th child. The problem is that she and her husband cannot support so many children. Our income is not enough, Elizabeth says. We need someone to assist us. Family planning is not really a concept in Nigeria. Only 10% of Giselle's clients use birth control. So she is trying to increase awareness through education. And as time goes on, people are listening, Giselle says. I will not get tired and will continue to enlighten them. Hoping to give these families and Nigeria room to grow. Christian Purifoy, CNN, Lagos, Nigeria.
We now take a second break. Stay tuned. DNH Blacks were on Sunday crowned champions of the Fatimbaji-sponsored 10-day football tournament in Kanifing. The One Love tournament was organized to further strengthen the unity that prevails among the youth of the area. Neighbors reports on the finals that attracted government officials and sports personalities.
Was to bring the youths of Kanifing under one umbrella and thus the name of returning One Love. Its motive was achieved as both the young and old, male and female, came out in their numbers to grace the finals of the Fatim Baji-sponsored tournament. The finals was played between blocks G and C versus D and H in what was a well-attended final that drew the attendance of government dignitaries, APRC party functionaries as well as sports personalities. The first half saw both teams playing good football but were unable to find the net. With minutes into the second half, D&H penetrated the solid GNC defense and scored its first goal, courtesy of Mustafa Silva after a neat cross from Issa Hadem. Some minutes later, Issa Hadem added the D&H second goal. That goal ensures D&H becomes winners of the maiden tournament. Both coaches expressed happiness and appreciation to the Health Minister Fatim Baji for organizing such a tournament for the youths of Kanifing.
First thing, before saying anything, let me thank my fans because they are the team since the first day. They are the one who are behind us.
Unfortunately, we've played well, but we couldn't make it. The other team, our opponents, they've made their chances, and they capitalized on their chances. That is 2 goals that they've scored. So, but my boys, anyways, we are all the same, GNC and DNC.
The brain behind the initiative, Honorable Fatim Baji, said the aim of the tournament was to empower the youths of Kanifing and make a level playing ground for the teams in the area, adding that youth empowerment is one of the fundamental pillars of the Gambia government. Prizes and trophies were awarded to winners and deserving groups and individuals. Kanifing youths are optimistic that this tournament will pave the way to other developmental projects for the community. For GRTS Sports, I am Debusu.
And before we go, a reminder of our headlines. The Tourism and Culture Minister, Fatumas Job Njai, has been gauging the preparedness of service providers in the hospitality industry as the 2011-2012 tourist season swings into action. Gambian pilgrims have started making their way to the holy city of Mecca ahead of the commencement of the Hajj. Niger has topped the list of countries with the highest birth rates. This as the global community awaits the birth of the world's 7th billionth inhabitant. And seemingly unceasing monsoon rains have submerged large parts of the Thai capital, Bangkok, prompting authorities there to close one of the city's airports. You can also follow that story and other GRTS programs live on our website, that is at www.grts.gm. There you can also monitor GRTS Radio live. That brings us to the end of the news. Thanks for the pleasure of your company and enjoy our programs.
Tobaski weekend, we tell the fan. And the say Pop Chopet on live. Pop Chopet to Gambia. By go to United States of America. She big tour. Pop Chopet in the data white. Deny Yexi Gambia. Can lay down. Friday 11 November 2011. Club Duplex, Senegambia. Guest artist from Dakar, Senegal. Jolia, Jamanoa, Kaskas. Ticket like the $200 before midnight. After midnight, $300 at Pop Chopet. Pop Chopet at Album Bubesa. Pop Chopet bomb you, sir. Weekend Friday 11 November 2011. Good review selling go today. Pop Chopet nego ci payna ak lu best taxana kon gaaji duplex on Friday 11 November. Dina takar na ci xam ngeen Pop Chopet kon netali ci lamuñ borom Pop Chopet loy wax askanu Gambia.
Koko moy kat moy Papa Ndiaye Chopet président Celeste man yu na waram taakini baak ray joxoñ yuza ak morso yu bees yi nga xam ne nag moom lañuy def indi ci Lo Balla Gaye
kon gaaji mi mango Chopet dina ne cëpp rek ci duplex fa seen xajja duplex Friday 11 November 2011 ticket nag di $200 before midnight. After midnight $300 ak Pop Chopet bomb user yexina live band lay doon ak Pop Chopet lu ma leen indil ndewenal ci tabaski gi nag 11 November lay doon Friday weekend tabaski guest artist from Dakar Senegal Jolia Jamanoa Kaskas ak Pop Chopet le pay takarnasi